places, and you get the different kind of fans, the fair weather fans. You get a lot of opposing jerseys and everything else. But here you get a consistent base. People come out, people support, people love the Spurs, and that's special. That's not everywhere. That's
and that's what I try to show people at home, like the hero worship. You know, I put it on the record at home. I'm like, listen, the only place Tim Duncan isn't referred to as a god is home. You know, any opposing arena, obviously in San Antonio, I mean, it's incredible. But on the day that you retire, I'm sure 7-Eleven is going to have a problem with the fact that you chose that date. But when I came in from my flight, you weren't watching ESPN. You know, if all day it was about Tim Duncan and highlights, and you're watching the Discovery Channel. I mean, how are you wired like that? I mean, you must realize you're not LeBron James, so they're not going to show these highlights for a week. That was your one day, bro.
I know, I missed it, huh? No, I didn't want to. And this has been such a weird. I didn't expect the response that
Really?
it got. No, I didn't. And again, it's just the way I'm built. But I knew, and I didn't want to sit there and watch what was being said, because it's appreciated, but I didn't want to watch it. And I got a chance to watch Pop's interview yesterday, and I about lost it on that one. But I heard so many great and nice things. My teammate Bruce had a great segment that Vanessa showed me. But I didn't want to sit there and watch it all day, because it's not like. Luckily, I'm not dying. I'm just moving to another chapter. So.
And what will you do in this chapter?
That's the beauty of it. There is no script. The first time in 20-something years, I don't have a script. I don't have somewhere I have to be and something I have to do. So I get to go out and enjoy my kids even more. And outside of that, I get to do a little bit of living. It'll be great.
All right. Now, a lot of people may have forgotten or don't even realize how good you were. Okay. First playoff game, and for some reason you used to scorch the Phoenix Suns. First playoff game, 1998. You remember what you did?
No.
Okay.
I don't remember numbers. I need Tony here. Tony remembers all the numbers.
Really?
No, see, after games, I'm like, oh, congratulations. I'm in the hallway punching. I was like, this is so great. And he's like, what? What'd I do?
Right. So
Like,
I'm gonna tell you what you did.
yeah.
32,
It's crazy.
10, and 2. 28 in the second half. That was your first playoff game as a rookie. How do you do that?
I didn't play very well in the first half.
See, that's a
There you
typical
go.
Tim Duncan answer. I didn't play very well in the first half. Finals MVP against the Knicks. You averaged 27, 14, and 2.5. Now, what was cool about that championship is you were a young guy, and I was a young guy. And I was thrusted into the role of flying up 150 Virgin Islanders. And people don't quite understand that feat if you don't understand your typical Virgin Islander. So to get these 150 Virgin Islanders on the same page to come and enjoy the time, but then the impact that those Virgin Islanders had on San Antonio. We came with Stanley and the 10 Sleepless Nights. They were playing music on the River Walk, and we left an indelible mark on San Antonio. We brought food. We were giving away Cruiser rum samples. I mean, damn.
Yes, I remember that very well.
Now, how did that make you feel to know that all these people came? We chartered a plane. We didn't stay the night. We couldn't afford it. We flew back. You paid for all the ground transportation, all the buses for us, and we flew back. And you know, at the time, I don't think people realized the life of a professional athlete. and the obligations you had as a superstar. And you know, the fact that you went on, we saw game one, and we saw that love up close and personal. The Go Spurs Go in the building that's lit up all the time. I don't know which building it is, but we saw the love up close and personal, and we came away with a pride that you wouldn't believe. And then on top of that, you sealed the deal and won the championship. What was the first one like? 2 years in.
I don't even think I knew how to feel at that point. Like I remember when the Latrell shot that last ball and missed, and the place erupted. I was looking around like, are you kidding me?
And how many people were in the Alamo Dome at that time?
In the Alamo Dome?
Yeah.
No, this was in the Garden when we won that one.
No, what the game one.
Oh, in game one.
Yeah. Because remember, you were still playing the Alamo Dome then.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I have no idea.
Some record number.
Yeah.
And we were part of it.
Yeah. But as I said, I don't think I even knew how to react at that point. I was like, are you kidding me? I see these guys who've been playing for years and years and years, and I just get here, and this is what's going on. I won a championship. Again, I think that the theme of this whole look back at my career is like I just didn't expect to be where I was, and but in the same respect, I had people around me. I had guys like Sean and Avery and all these guys who've been through this journey and who've fought all these years, and I could see them and learn from them and learn what it was to work to get to that point, and learn what it meant to them to have come so far in their career and then be there. And it's just all a learning process. I'm blown away. Unbelievable learning process.
All right, 2002, MVP of the league, 25 and 13.
Ooh.
Average a double-double. Man, that was putting in some serious work.
Yeah.
And
Good old days when the knees were really good.
Right. The knees.
You remember those days?
Yeah, I remember those days too. And then you followed it up in 2003. You only dropped off 2 points, 23 and 13. Regular season. Back-to-back MVPs. At that point, are you starting to realize how great you are going to be? Or you didn't even believe your own hype yet?
No. Obviously, at that point, I believed in what I could do. Again, being a competitor, I wanted it year after year after year, and I remember being disappointed years after that when I wasn't able to be an MVP. But that's just my competitive nature in that respect. But no, I believed in what I was. I didn't know that was going to translate into ending up in 5 championships and anything else. But I knew that I could affect the game. I knew that I could control the game in ways. I knew how to do it, and it was just about being in the right situation with the right bunch of guys, and getting it done.
I know we encourage people to go and look at YouTube to see some old footage of Tim Duncan. Even though you just retired, some of your footage is old, brother. So, game 1, finals against the Nets, 32, 20, and 7 in the 03 finals. Game 6, Roman numeral 6. We're going to talk about this in a little while. You went for 21, 20, 10, and 8. It's one of the greatest finals performances of all time. Like, I mean, how do you become so dominant? And don't get in nobody's face, don't brag about himself. There's a bunch of pictures of Tim Duncan in here. However, they're all with teammates or family members. There's no individual picture of you in your home. Like, it's great artwork, but it's the big 3. How important was it to play with that unit? Did you guys hold on to any pride being international players, even though you're from the U.S. Virgin Islands. A lot of times you're considered international, and sometimes FedEx treats us international too. That's a whole other story. But did you guys take a special pride in that?
Absolutely. I think we all had, we took pride in representing where we came from. Took pride in being from our small towns, our small places, and places all around the world, and be able to come together and make ourselves into a team, into a group of guys with one goal, and get that done. So a kid from the islands, a kid from somewhere in France, a kid from somewhere in Argentina, and we find ways to get things done, and then you put Pop on top of that, and him having the vision to put us all together and to see what we could be. You look back, and that's just an amazing feat to have all these kids from all these different places come together and be what we were.
Now, how is it to be an inspiration to young players? And what do Virgin Islands fans mean to you? Because Virgin Islands fans, listen, I need to explain something, right? I had some visitors who were from San Antonio, and they came to the sports bar in St. Thomas that I owned. And there were times where the young lady's name was Amy, if I'm not mistaken. There were times that literally I could see Amy was a little scared. Because when we watch a game and we're excited, we slam him down, take kill them, Timmy!
Yep.
And I saw her cringe a couple times. But we are passionate.
Yeah,
I
very
think
passionate, yeah.
extremely passionate. How do you feel about fans like that? Like I tell you, listen, that game where whoever elbowed Manu Ginobili in the inbound play this season, there was no way that was going down in the Virgin Islands and the police wasn't coming to the area. There was no.
Well, that how I feel about the fans of Virgin. I love our people because they are passionate, and they're gonna love you and push you, and but they're gonna be all for you. And I think that in itself is what really defines a fan to me. Those kind of people, which are the people that I grew up with. I love the support and love I get from those people.
That's one of the comments that Pop made. You're one of the realest, most genuine people that he's ever met. And Virgin Islanders are some of the most real, genuine people that you'll ever meet. To a fault sometimes. I mean, when you come home in 5 years and you gain 30 pounds, somebody goes, "You get fat here." Like, there's no in between. It's like, oh man, you let yourself go, man. And do you feel like that's where you get some of your authenticity?
I hope so. Yeah. There's so many factors involved. Growing up in that place and community, obviously, is a big part of it. My parents, my sisters, that's a big part of it. The family and friends. There are too many directions that it's come from to make me what I am. But absolutely, a big part of it is where I was able to grow up and the people I was able to grow up around.
I know you're also known as an innovative thinker, and at the NBA draft, it is speculated that you invented the selfie. Do you take responsibility for that?
What?
Selfie?
Yes. See, you don't remember this? You haven't seen it? This is to show you that Tim Duncan does not watch anything that involves himself on TV or social media. Yeah, you were with, I want to say, Billups came out in your class, right?
Yeah.
I think you took his camera, video camera, and you turned it around on yourself, and it is the first documented selfie. There may have been a selfie before.
Well, look at you.
No, seriously, look it up. Google that. You are credited with possibly inventing the selfie.
Nice. That makes me really old.
That is true too.
No, it's just ironic because you've never taken a picture of yourself in life.
Since then,
Yeah.
I've taken a selfie. So it was the first and the last. And also, I think we are also credited with the VI hand signal symbol. Yes, the VI hand symbol that everybody uses. And whenever I challenge anyone, I ask them, I need you to go and see if you could find, again, documented evidence, picture preferably, where this is being used. And I think we did it at the first Ballers weekend on the beach. And I remember when we did it in that group photo, people were asking, like, what's that? And we were like, that's the VI sign, you know? And you really revolutionized the way VI people hail up.
Yeah, and Adidas is using it too, right? Are they?
And you know, this is what's so humble about you, Tim. And I'm gonna leave with these last couple of thoughts. There's a sign, a billboard at home, welcoming people to the Virgin Islands. It's an image of you, and we were going through some options as to what we wanted to use. We were first of all appreciative that you said yes. But I had the idea, I was like, Tim, you got 4 rings now. This was before the 5th. I said, you know what would be an awesome picture to put on our billboard? If we put the VI sign and put your 4 rings on it. Do you remember what you told me?
I feel like I said no.
Yes. You said, you know, believe it or not, I don't wear my rings. And I'd have to sleep on that. And when you woke up, you said no. But, I mean, you felt like it was showing off. I mean, that Bill Russell picture is famous, you know? But you couldn't bring yourself to do that.
No, I don't. I think I've taken my rings out on 4 or 5 occasions where I've had family around who wanted to see them and brought them out. It's fun to do that every once in a while, but that's not something that I'd be comfortable with, having something like that out there. And maybe someday it will be. Maybe someday I'll look back and I'll say, hey, I'd love to have a iconic photo like the Bill Russell photo. But in that respect, I didn't think it fit. I love the picture that we chose because it was in the midst of a celebration.
And what were you doing in that celebration?
I was, what was it? I had the VI signs up, both of them.
You had both of them on?
Yeah. And so it was. I think it was perfect. The thought process, even in those times, were thinking about where I was from.
And you're still tight with your St. Dunstan's teammates as well.
Yeah.
They come through San Antonio and enjoy what Tim Duncan has become, and everybody is totally enamored with your success. We are extremely proud of you. Got a lot of comments and a lot of people saying thank you for what you've done, not only for the Virgin Islands.
And that's Cruz.
That's Cruz, who's a very big dog. What you've done for the Virgin Islands in the game of basketball, and we just really want to say thank you. I want to thank you personally as well. It's been a great ride.
Okay, sorry, we have.
Here,
That's
you want camera time, baby? Here.
Interviews at home.
That's Cruz. That's Isla.
And even, you know what? It's kind of cool that the dogs are making noise because the dogs are named Isla, which is island, and Cruz, St. Croix. And you know what? I think a lot of people don't realize how passionate you are about the Virgin Islands. I don't think people realize how many people you send home and allow to stay in your residence at home because you're proud of the Virgin Islands, and you know they're going to come back with a great experience of the place we call home. And it's been a great time for me. I've enjoyed things that I've never been able to enjoy otherwise. You know, I remember, I went to All-Star games, and there's a lot of comments about, obviously, the way you dress.
Which has gotten so much better, by the way.
Which has improved, but
Significantly.
but I'm gonna take it back to where it came from. I was looking at some pictures, doing some research, and at some point this must have seemed okay to me because I don't remember seeing this picture. But you had just won the NBA MVP award. And you showed up to take a picture with the trophy with R.C. Buford and David Stern in a jeans shirt pants, a red t-shirt,
And flops.
and some sandals that may have been purchased in the Virgin Islands. And I was like, what? And you know, today I realized, you know what, at some point I thought that was okay. Because I couldn't remember this picture for nothing. And that just is testament. I remember one time we were walking on going to the game, NBA All-Star California, Los Angeles. And we hopped on the elevator and everybody is suited up. I remember Ben Wallace specifically being very sharp. And shout out to David Dennis, who actually played college ball with the great one, Ben, the big Ben. And when you walked on the elevator, Ben said, "Hey T, I see you get dressed up for the." Well, he didn't say that. I see that you've gotten dressed up for the occasion. And you said, "Well, I thought I overdressed, but you were in jeans. You still look like an island man today. We do not wear tight pants in the Virgin Islands.
Puppy, stand up.
You know what I mean? We still, you know, we still like our pants with room, and you've remained true to who you are. I consistently tell people that Tim Duncan is the same person that I knew when we finished high school. It's just that people's perspective of Tim Duncan changed, but he truly remained the same. I want to thank you for that authenticity. I remember the 2014 finals, my coolest experience as a human being. You made a great play, and all the cameras and the people in the arena, you looked at me and nodded, and I had to nod back in approval. I was like, this is like too cool. And I mean, man, Tim, you're truly a legend of the game. You were particularly great in game sixes. Be careful, Peter is watching. You were particularly great in game sixes, and I think it has something to do with that Roman numeral 6, that VI sign. And on behalf of every Virgin Islander, brother, thank you for all that you've done in terms of your contributions at home for those organizations, particularly with youth, what you did for the Sunstroke Alvia Hoop Classic, what you've done for other sports and athletes in football, tennis, baseball. You don't just sponsor basketball events. And I just want to say thank you from my heart, brother, and enjoy your retirement.
Yeah, real quick, and as we sign off here, I just want to say thank you to everyone, not only listening, fans all around the world. It's been fun, and the next chapter will be fun too. But I really enjoyed the ride. I really enjoyed the cheers and the laughs and the highlights and the lowlights, everything that comes with the package. So thank you guys for being involved in that part of my life with me. Thank you to all my island folk who have supported me and loved me over the years. Thank you to my family, my friends. Just no better way to put it, just thank you.
All right, man. And you made me seem prophetical at times, because I predicted many of these Game 6 performances for the record. I'm putting it out there. I'm letting everybody know, honestly, I did. You can ask him. I told you, man, in the Heat series, I said, Tim, you got a big game coming. You got a big game coming. And it was Game 6. 30 points, 17 rebounds, 25 of those points came in the first half. That's 10 years after you put up 21, 20, 10, and 8 in Game 6 in 2003. That's a staple. That's consistency personified, and legendary status. So I plan to be holding the microphone to the first ballot Hall of Fame induction thing.
Induction thing.
Maybe we might show up in some shot patch.
Maybe we might just do that.
At least a tuxedo t-shirt, get fancy.
But definitely, man, thank you everybody who tuned into Vivid Streaming. Make it a habit. Don't just hear the vision, share the vision. And this right here is symbolic of the way you've included the Virgin Islands in every major milestone of your life. To choose to do this with us when we got the ESPNs and the CNNs of the world. This is truly a testament not to our friendship, but to how you feel about the Virgin Islands. So big respect, my God. So we're gonna head out to the lake, and I'm gonna catch all the fish. And we're gonna live it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Gone fishing.
Yes, sir.
Salute.